You can read Joe Platania's features on the Ravens training camp at csnbaltimore.com. For the latest news about the Ravens and the O's, go to csnbaltimore.com. Welcome back to Inside PressBox, presented by Friedmont Mortgage. My friend Bruce Posner, host of Terp Talk, will be with me in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at our photo of the week. The photo of the week is brought to you by Yuengling Lager, a true American classic. Taste the quality that 180 years of family-owned and operated tradition brews into every single bottle. An ice cream truck showed up at training camp this week, giving the Ravens a break from the August heat. Sabina Moran snapped this photo of Brian Hall, rookie defensive tackle from Arkansas State, with his soon-to-be dripping ice cream cone. You can find more pictures and news from training camp at PressBoxOnline.com. And now, as promised, we are back with the man that lives and breathes the Terps on his radio show, Terp Talk, every Saturday. Actually, every Thursday night at 6 o'clock, and Saturday at 9 o'clock a.m., you do the Sports Maven, which is more of a general sports talk show. You're also doing Terp Talk that's heard in Washington Saturday morning at 8 to 9 a.m.
On 1580, The Big Talker, and also on my website.
Unbelievable, terptalk.com. Bruce, the Terps, it's amazing. It's less than, a month away until the Miami's at College Park.
Right, and it's a showcase game for the University of Maryland. Why? It's really the first big football game of the year, and everybody's just dying for football because the NFL doesn't start a week later. And Maryland is playing Miami, a big ACC game. The place should be virtually filled. Danny O'Brien, everything about Maryland is on display. The new coach will have new, unbelievable Under Armour uniforms, and the whole world will be watching, including local recruits, national recruits. It's a very, very big game for Maryland.
How would you grade the first 4 or 5 months? I forget the exact date that Randy came in.
About 7 months.
7 months. How would you grade his first 7 months before a snap is even taken place?
It's funny, because it's how do you judge a coach before he coaches?
Yeah.
Randy's been everywhere. He's gotten himself ingrained in the community. He's done everything possible. He's the most accessible guy in the world.
He's a
he was with the
Sports Boosters.
Every time, I've asked him to come on the show, he comes on, but that's everybody, not just me.
Yeah.
And he really has gotten his word out. He's the new sheriff in town. He runs it his way. And with recruiting, he's been everywhere. He's established some great relationships. So far, Randy gets a definite A for his efforts, but you got to win.
Yeah.
And, it's starting on September 5.
It's interesting, the schedule this year, and I think we have a graphic of it up. They play 7 of the first 9 games at College Park, and then the 8th game, that game against Notre Dame, is at FedEx.
Yeah. Right.
That's highly unusual, isn't it?
It is extremely unusual. You have 4 actual road games and the FedEx game. So you have 7 games at home, 5 on the road. You start with Miami. Now, Edsel has received some criticism for not opening up practice a lot.
Right.
He's really kept it closed. But, when I talk with Randy, you're playing you're playing Miami. You can't expose. He's got some surprises in store. I think this offense, he's going to take advantage in the fact that he has one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the country in Danny O'Brien. So, and the offensive coordinator, Gary Croton.
Yep.
You're talking about he's kept things quiet. He's kept things private.
Hey, you and I are going to take credit for when Danny O'Brien's drafted by the Patriots in a couple of years.
It could be.
We introduced him at the Maryland Hopkins game. We introduced him to
he also
Belichick.
met Coach John Harbaugh, who they talked away for a half hour at a Maryland basketball game, and Coach Harbaugh was so impressed with him.
All right. We're going to continue when we get back. I want to talk to you about another different era, and that's the era of Mark Turgeon in college basketball down at College Park. The Baltimore Golf Academy is still enrolling for its 2011 classes at Pine Ridge, Mount Pleasant, Forest Park, Clifton Park, and Carroll Park. Reserve your spot today at classic5golf.com.